Alright, I think we have things set up and ready to go.
Alright.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm
doing quite alright. It is 10/28/2019, and this is the Opinionated Podcast.
Yes, it is. How's everyone?
Just doing. I don't know how to feel. I don't know where to go. I don't know just who to call.
Oh.
Just because you can't trust nothing and nobody.
Apparently not.
Because words cannot. I'm scared to talk to you.
Oh.
Just because yesterday's episode of Power just has me feeling like everything's the guy. We're in the big snitch town.
Okay.
They say this is the big snitch town.
Yeah.
And I just come from the snitchiest part.
Telling everybody.
Snitching here, snitching there, everywhere. Snitching is how it goes down. Good God. I mean, I just feel like yesterday's episode was packed with.
Yesterday they should have called it Go Tell It on the Mountain.
They should have called it Chuck E. Cheese. All these fucking rats running around here.
Okay.
I just know that Ghost and snitched on Tasha. Tasha didn't kill Keisha because Keisha was about to snitch to turn around and snitch goddamn herself. Tommy then snitched. Jamie, is his name Jamie? Not our Jamie, but the other one.
Who?
The white dude. The plug. The real plug. Jason. There it is. Jason. Jason got goddamn strangled out finally.
Right.
But for one move forward, they knock us back because goddamn Sax is back in the picture.
This lady.
Legal or illegal, bitch. It don't matter.
Okay, that's the legal or illegal right there.
You feel me?
I have never seen in
quite
history.
This is the most horrible ass. I mean, they're doing a great job at painting goddamn NYPD as being as fucking corrupt as they are. Cause goodness,
seems pretty on brand.
There's all types of shit and shenanigans just going on, and I don't quite understand how it's all going. So I'm trying my best to keep things in order. But the big snitch town really just took me out.
Yes, it did.
I guess starting with Jamie. Jamie fucked around and snitched on Tasha. I kind of been checking online and kind of gauge people's temperatures. And a lot of people ain't really just too mad. They felt like they understood why he did it. He don't want his son to do it. And that just kind of can, make everything feel real noble for Jamie. But, on the flip side, it's just like, this is what you do. And, Tasha really has become accepting of who Tariq is.
Right.
So, it's just, it makes that a little bit messy, but that sucks.
It makes it messy, and it also shows that Tariq is not going to stop.
Exactly.
Tariq is not going to stop. That is what Ghost has failed to see this entire time. It's like when Ghost look at Tariq, he sees himself. He does not see Tariq as a autonomous, separate being from himself. Tariq has shown y'all time and time again. I mean, the boy got beat up by a sack of citrus and did not stop.
Hung off Big Red Records ledge.
You pulled a gun on him. He did not stop.
Just all types of shenanigans.
His own sister got killed.
And still
has not stopped.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is stopping Tariq. So Tasha was doing what she felt was in his best interest, which was teaching him the game. Now, she should have, told him how to lock a door.
Oh, yeah.
But, that was coming. Maybe that was going to be in, class 102.
Yeah.
But either way, like, Tariq is not stopping. So all you did was just hinder Tasha from getting money. But you have not stopped Tariq at any moment. Now you've only fired him up. Because now he don't even see you as his daddy. Like, now he really ain't got no reason to listen to your ass. Especially when you just choked out a nigga on the elevator.
Yeah, and kind of just I ain't gonna say roughed up his mama, but you know what I'm saying? You roughed her up. You left bruises and shit.
Yeah.
So you feel me? He's been seeing that, and he's taking now, I'm the man of the house, I gotta be protective and all this type of shit. And that was, I can understand that and the love in his heart for his mom and whatnot. I still don't like the little nigga. He irritates my soul. And I still don't just really think that he really fully grasps what it needs to be here. Like, I understand Tasha accepting him for being who he is and so on and so forth, but I don't ever think that it's wrong for a parent necessarily to want to get their kid out of an illegal lifestyle.
True.
I don't think that's ever going to sound bad when you say it, so I can kind of understand where Ghost is coming from and wanting to, I guess, kind of keep hope alive and whatnot. But all in all, it's just a fucked up situation because Ghost won't accept you for who you are, and Tasha keep getting caught. Like, how did goddamn Ghost come in and see you motherfucking just exchanging money? How'd your mama walk in and just see you motherfucking putting up money? You got to be tighter than that.
Why the show won't get the accolades. But yeah, I see what you're saying about Ghost. Like, I totally understand that. But Ghost is still trying to use the dope boy methods to get his son out. Like, you can't keep coming to him. You can't put a gun on him like you would in the drug game. You can't scare him, calling him little nigga like you would in the drug game. Like, you can't treat him like the drug dealer that he is and then expect him to jump out. Like, keep trying to do this father figure. I don't know what method you're gonna have to use, but these tactics are not working because he's already been head over heels with all of these other real bad criminals and shit, like niggas who are just as bad as you that you're running up against. So I don't know. You might have to send this boy to China. I don't know what you'll have to do.
He's a fucking join the goddamn triad okay. And be over with Junetown them.
Okay, join the crazy
fucking running Officer
shit.
Lee and Officer goddamn Chris Tucker around.
I don't know what this nigga's gonna have to do, but
yeah,
what you're doing now is not working. And then to keep coming down on Tasha is only going to incense him more. So Ghost has got to figure out a way to not use the drug game, not try to use the father route. Like, I don't know if he got to do a scared straight, like maybe send a nigga to jail so he can be told that his hairline is crooked and that he looked dusty. I don't know, but Ghost is gonna have to do some other measures, but handle some other stuff first. You got to just, at this point, he just got to let Tariq be and finish the rest of this other stuff because Tariq is not going to stop running into the fire.
Tariq the one keep dragging him into the shit. Like,
true.
It's like they had to come up with $2 motherfucking million off the strength of Tariq pretending to be kidnapped,
and they lost half of it.
Yes, it's so all over the place. It's kind of cool in a sense because it's like Ghost. This has been the plight of Ghost for like season 1, episode 1. This man has legitimately wanted to get out of the drug game, and there's always something that keeps him in there. Whether it has been the nigga that keep coming to him after truth, or whether that be Tommy and his dumb shit, Tariq and his dumb shit. You feel me? He's had to do it for Tasha going through taking a loan before while he was in jail. Himself, of course, not to be absolved. Just all types of shit. And it for the most part, he always seems to kind of come out on top or usually come to a quick resolution. So it's so interesting that I feel like this is another one of those things where he's being made to balance a situation. And the one area where it seems like he's having the most trouble is his kid. Yeah. His family life.
Definitely.
Like, you are a drug lord, but it seems like your family life is kind of where you get your most kind of friction or your attention at. Okay. A la Sopranos or whatever, which kind of makes that cool, but yeah, for sure. But that's just that. I just was more so I found it just so humorous that Tasha had fucked around and killed Keisha for fucking, for snitching or for the potential of snitching or however you want to put that and where you put that at, and then you turn around and do it yourself. I get it in context that you was pissed at Ghost and Ghost put the move on you first. But it just, as it puts out on paper, it just looks so funny. And Keisha's my girl. And so I've just got to fuck with you, Tasha, stiff wig wearing ass, St. Patrick.
But that pullback, that ponytail be crisp though.
Yeah. When she got to pull a ponytail and something like that, but when she goes to throws that notorious little Kim Hound or whatever, and has to try to walk Olivia Pope hard just to try to get it to move a little bit.
Okay.
That's when it'd be a little something for me. Like I said, I fuck Sax. I'm tired of his ass, and I want something more than him sitting at home being fired or even being investigated to be something like, let them motherfucking investigate this shit while you sit behind bars like they do us. Fuck ass, you sit around in this goddamn nice ass apartment trying to jack off and shit or whatever, and then people just nicely scrolling up and to your house like, oh, I don't agree with what you did, but I understand why you did it type ass shit. Why do you need to then go through and back and get him into it when you can just goddamn be dirty yourself? Or do you just kind of need somebody? I don't know.
Maybe she don't know how to. Maybe she don't know how to be dirty. Yeah. She needs the white man's handbook.
She need white man's one-on-one on how to goddamn take over and oppress and lock up innocent people and get the job done once and for all and take all the credit.
Okay.
The book of goddamn life.
I'm so done with seeing Sack's face. Every time I think about Ghost not murking him because he was trying to be good to the spirit of what's her name? Angie. Oh. He was trying to make sure, like, I'm not a killer anymore. I'm not a killer. Well, we see how not true that is, Ghost. But I'm tired of seeing him. I'm actually tired of seeing this other lady, The one that
Blanco.
Yeah, I'm really tired of her and her stiff mouth.
I ain't liked her since she popped up on the scene with that real just I'm always kind of doing the people's eyebrow ass look. You know, I'm always some of the milk ain't clean.
Because I can't lie, I did like when Tommy put the little flex on her when she was trying to press him about Keisha.
Oh yeah, she felt that. That's who sent her running back to Saks.
Okay, he was like, she said, this white man has come down on me, so I need to go get another one.
So, hold on, I don't know how to play this game. White beats brown every time in these goddamn scenarios. So let me go ahead and try to get me a little white on my side.
I need one on my team.
You feel me? And
so
I was like,
move a little more efficiently. But yeah, so that whole situation happened. Miss what's her name? Essence, what's the stripper?
Who? Epiphany.
Epiphany had an epiphany and decided, you know what, Tasha, you can't keep shit together. So I'm gonna go ahead. Are you switching out money right in, like, girl? Even if the door was closed, these big ass windows. Like, yeah, some of these parents probably are coming in paying cash, but ain't nobody handing over wads like that. Once again, why is this not in your office? Why is this not in your locked office?
You feel me? And you feel me? In some kind of way, like, that is my whole thing. It's like, it's shit like this, St. Pat, excuse me, Tasha Green.
Yes.
That's that goes through and it makes you look unqualified to do the job. It's just little stuff like that that just kind of helps to build a case. We know that you are much more than whatever, but it's those little small things like that, and back to back on top of it, look like you done lost your way. You lost your hand. You didn't. I don't know what's happening, but it's not working out.
It's not.
But this is my question. And you know, maybe you can answer it for me because this is a legitimate question. Okay. I don't know if I missed something. Maybe the people listening can answer for me if they comment or whatever regarding this. But I need for someone to help me understand how Tasha knew where motherfucking Terry Silver was. That just felt a little too specific.
Tasha drew out a whole map. She said if you go down to the LaGuardia,
do you hear me?
If you take the second elevator, not the first, you take the second elevator up to level 5.
They don't do security on that level.
Yeah, they don't do security on that level. And if you go to level 5, parking space G8.
You feel me?
Right by the stairs, you might find him. And you might?
I'm like...
Or will you?
I'm like, Tasha, I'm like, this is what I need to know. Unless I missed the episode where she said, or a ghost told her, or whatever, I don't understand why in the world we know exactly where this man is that you've been asking Ghost whether or not he killed. Like, if you had known what this man was, you would have known that he was dead.
Exactly. Yeah, I missed that part of the episode too. I definitely hit the screw face when she gave the whole, she gave step by step fucking mapped out instructions.
Step by step, day by day. I was like, Tasha, because I was with her at first on it. When I mean with her, it made sense at first with the whole situation of Ghost killed Terry Silver. You know, because that pretty much she had enough information, and by knowing him and knowing what he's capable of, to go through and put 2 and 2 together. But at best, it would have just kind of been a hunch.
And then said, I don't have proof, but then gave a whole map.
But, you know what I'm saying?
I can't prove it, but if you go to where the X marks the spot, you just might find him.
That's just
what?
It's just so crazy.
Girl.
It's interesting if you want to look at it in a way of we're all hypocritical, or we have the ability to be hypocritical to a degree. Like Keisha was trying to really keep her son together. We know that the only reason why Keisha fucked around and snitched was because of cash.
Right.
It took them to get cash, and with them pressuring Tasha, what ended up kind of putting it over was the Tariq situation or whatnot. So it's like essentially you did exactly what she did.
We're mothers. We're all mothers. It's about mothers.
It's mom on mom crime at this point.
Okay.
So I'm just like, goodness. But I'm still rest in peace, Lakeisha Grant.
I guess.
Other than
sorry to that Cash.
Speaking of Cash. So Cash is now with his dad, who apparently him and Tommy now have a co-parenting relationship. I'm trying to figure, are they co-parenting here?
I thought he was in jail.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought this nigga was in jail. I guess he just got out in time for her to get murdered. And then Tommy happens to know who he is, and then he's like, hey, are we going to see you again or X, Y, and Z? Because, you know what I'm saying, I can do weeks and you can do weekends. Like, we can have a little...
just alternate, you know, make sure them grades stay up, get him to basketball practice, you know.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tommy, you can come over and talk to your son type ass shit. Like, what do we got going on here?
SpongeBob and Patrick trying to
co-parent this little goddamn snail. What's his name? What's the goddamn snail's name?
Gary.
Yeah, why was it because this motherfucker Roger? It's because I was like Roger from American Dad.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, fuck it. But I was just like, this is so crazy to me. Like, but it's fuck it. Just I'm going with it. I'm going with wherever you fucking take this pen. 50 and Courtney. It's a wild ass ride. The shit don't make no sense, but it's kind of fun.
When I tell you that I had to go fall when I realized that was Jesse Williams.
Yes.
I lost it. I was not trying to, but when I said, is that Jesse Williams? Oh, I cackled. I was like, I don't. Yeah. Okay, sure. Again, with like you said, with the pen. Okay, fine. I'll buy it. Why not? I'm already here. I'm already here. I'm not gonna go to Trader Joe's for this. So let me just. Okay, I'm here. That's fine.
It's so crazy because now I'm just like I'm disappointed because I'm thinking about the kids and I'm rounding it out to that. Bring in Benny, who it has always been built up to be this super badass.
Okay.
And just X, Y, and Z. But the moment I saw Benny get out the elevator or come through and he was by himself, I knew they wouldn't let Tommy die.
I know.
I just knew they wouldn't let Tommy die. Like, if Benny had pulled up with the goons like he did that last time, then I really feel like whatever. But shit, clearly, I ain't gonna say clearly because he still got killed there, but it took a little extra going around. But, you feel me? He might as well... You feel me? Proctor was right trying to go to Ghost. Because, child, they can go through and knock Benny down that quick. There wasn't nothing.
Okay.
So, I was just like, well, goodness on that. But now that Benny's gone, where's Lisa Marie? Because Lisa Marie's mama dead. Her motherfucking daddy is dead. And now her cousin uncle is dead. So, I'm just like, well, is she now off in the goddamn children's perk? Is Yaz, is Tasha Mama Tasha Mama watching all the Lost Elise and the Left Out of the kids?
Elisa Marie gonna end up being Beatrice Kiddo. She gonna be like on Kill Bill. She gonna come back 15 years later, done all her training over in Japan with her Torihanzo, get her sword, and she's gonna be ready to chop heads. But then by then all the niggas gonna be dead, so it's gonna be
because I was gonna say, and who she gonna kill?
She gonna have to come back for Tariq because Tariq was the one that left the door open for Tommy to come in.
Yeah, but it's just like she's gonna have to. But I guess she's probably gonna feel some type of way. It's gonna be real Kill Billish in that way because you feel a little sad because he protected you and kept you alive. But in the same sense, like my dad's dead because of you,
right?
You know, type shit. Because I'm like, shit, you really want to go out to, somebody from Tommy, but Tommy ain't got no kids because he can't keep a bitch long enough.
I mean, unless you count Cash, because he now do got a co-parenting relationship.
See, goddamn Cash, y'all done put this man to the line of fire.
It's gonna be Yaz, Elisa Marie, Cash,
Cash, and Elisa Marie's ass. Goddamn it, out here. Yes. What the fuck is going down? It's I don't know. It's everybody's all over the place. I feel like the safest people is probably Tasha's girl, Tasha's mama. She don't nobody know where she live at, and Kate just be really moving around. But Kate go get fucked up because she keep coming around poking, so she go get caught one of them times. So I think the safest person could be Tasha's mama. She could be alive. She could stay good. I think.
Yes, she stays prayed up.
Yeah, she definitely does. She looks covered every time. She definitely takes on those old kind of teachings of child, just let your man do what he do and stay there and be his woman.
Don't be no stress to him. Be his peace.
Yes, child. And pray and restore and all that and whatnot. So it's
y'all can fix this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, mama.
She's somewhere in somebody's closet praying, so that's why she's gonna stay. She's gonna be covered.
That candle stays lit.
Yeah. Is that everybody on Power?
Who else got? So Andre once again fucking up the church's
money.
Dre
Dini, goddamn it, Dravid Blaine, aka Dravid Copperfield. He goddamn gets out of everything. Ghost goes to, but at this point, Dre might need to be the goddamn nigga because you can't catch him.
You can't.
I mean, at this point, you have got to put some respect on Dre's name and say that he is a formidable opponent.
He's only been shot once this whole entire series. He's only been shot once. He's been shot at so many times, been kidnapped so many times. He been distro, knocked off, distro again, knocked off.
And he's trying to be distro again. And so I'm just like, what's going down? Like, it's crazy. He's been told on everybody.
And then Tommy went and texted your boy Jason to let him know that Ghost was going to murk him, even though Ghost still got the job done because Ghost is Ghost. But I'm just like, everybody was pointing the finger at everybody.
Yeah,
everybody was singing like canaries. Okay, you wanna know why the cage bird sing? Because that nigga just set me up.
Yeah, because you feel me. I feel like Ghost gets it the worst, but it was enough to pass around. Because I feel like, again, Ghost is just trying to do everything he can to keep everybody out of jail, to get his ass out the business, and just
Annalise St. Patrick,
and to keep his kids here. Because as well, Ghost knows the streets. So you feel me? Niggas die in the streets. Niggas don't get old. They don't go through and retire. That's why he's trying to move out so fast. And then you feel me? You getting it from Tasha. You getting it from Tommy, who don't believe you and thinks that you killed Lala even though you didn't. And Tasha's like, and fucking Tariq picked up on that shit real quick.
Okay.
That was about the one time I was like, Tariq, please say something. I ain't gonna like you still, but good God, do something.
He ain't gonna snitch on his mama. Like,
yeah,
that wasn't gonna happen.
So I'm just like, ugh.
That wasn't gonna happen.
But you know what's crazy though? There were two moments where I was just like, one was the whole scene where the feds came into Tasha's daycare because I thought Epiphany had something on her.
Okay, me too.
I thought she had some of her person. They was gonna go through and check her at the last minute, and then it's gonna be lights out, and then oh god, here we go, because she's really for the snitch, because she really ain't got no fucking loyalty to nobody in here, because off the strength of bitch, I know y'all. And then that whole situation with Tariq and Tasha talking, I just knew Tommy was going to be outside at the door or something, listening to the conversation.
Oh, that didn't even cross my mind.
I was just like, ooh. But when they went through and started showing the big rich town, I was like, okay.
All right, we good.
I guess we good. Tommy didn't hear nothing. But I know it's coming. I don't know when Power is coming back. I think this was the mid-season finale. They trying to do some changes in this last year.
Xfinity trying to snitch on Power, talking about ain't nobody watching or ain't nobody keeping these ratings up from stars to keep them on the keep them streaming. So we'll see. Everybody's snitching on everybody. So let's hope the spirit of the rat goes away. Yeah. So we can get these next episodes coming up next year. So
for sure, I'm ready for them. And please don't take all day with them.
Please.
Don't go through and try to fuck around the theme song. Y'all come back. Don't try no extra funny shit.
If I hear anybody other than Joe.
And I don't even want Joe to sing it different. Just let Joe sing it the way he been singing it. Okay. God damn it. We ain't got time for the extra. Just spend all your time writing and making this shit make sense.
It's enough going on in the big rich town. Leave the theme song the way it is.
So y'all don't pull a Game of Thrones and get us, to the last little piece and be like, God damn.
Right. We waited for that.
You feel me? So, you feel me? Big Snitch Town. I need y'all to go through and, you feel me, get back here as soon as you can.
Please.
What is on your spirit? Do you have anything like to rant about, to talk about? Try to get I like our little session of doing rants now. So I find something to complain about all the time and bring it here.
Mine is, why must the black people congregate in the street? I'm just trying to drive down the road as my car should be doing.
Mm-hmm. That's what the
car is supposed to be, because the car's on the sidewalk. I'm in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you in the middle of the street, you in the wrong. That's why you got sidewalks and my car has the street. Mm-hmm. Why are you in the middle of the street? Not kind of, standing just a little bit further from the mailbox or, kind of by the sidewalk, but in the street. What do y'all have to talk about so pressing that you're standing in the street? Not even two cars that done met up going opposite ways, and then y'all talking through the window, and then you move on because you see some other people coming. Mm-hmm. And then y'all don't even try to move. Like, do you really feel like your body is going to be some sort of test or the one that's going to make the car stop? Like, who you think going to really come through, especially if I'm hitting this bitch 60 because I'm trying to get where I want to go in this 30. So black people, can we stop congregating in the street?
I specifically love it when they, those instances where they look at you like you in the wrong.
Look at me like I'm in the wrong. Now, if I was driving on this motherfucking sidewalk,
there'd be a problem.
It would be a problem. Y'all be like, this bitch is crazy. She obviously needs something. She's been drinking or she's under the influence. If my car is on the sidewalk. But if your ass is in your sneakers, you got your tennis shoes on, you're beating feet wherever you gotta go, but you want to look at me like I'm crazy because I'm trying to drive down the street in which my car is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. What is the fascination with that? And it does not matter what state, what city. All of y'all are doing it, and I just want to know why. For what purpose? Just give me. I just want one good answer.
Be kind. Please step to the side. I know Blockbuster's closed and no everyone, but just
okay. R.I.P. to the great.
And then just sit back in the middle. I guess if that's your prime talking spot, you feel me? Maybe understand that you've got to do a little more, be a little more flexible. Like when calls come, you got to be willing to break your conversation up if that's just how you need to talk, and let them by, and then maybe go back to your prime. You feel me? Stoop of goddamn talking and shit, but just have to cause waste.
And I'm not even talking about the babies that be playing, and they ain't got too much. They ain't got too much street too much grass and yard to play in. So they got the little basketball right there. They playing in the street, but they not staying in the street. They just running and getting the ball and coming back. Okay, I can deal with that because they trying to get the ball and get out the way. But you grown ass niggas, 2, 3 of y'all congregating in the middle of, I don't know, concrete table talk. What is just let me know what this is. I don't understand. Why do we have to do it right here? The He-Man Woman Haters Club? I don't know. Like, what is it? I mean, I get that it's, it could be a nice sunny day. It could be that, the temperature is just right. I don't get it. But why specifically in the middle of the street? Like, in the middle where the lines are. Like, why right there?
Right up in the middle of it.
Right in the middle. I don't like it. I hate it. I wish it would stop. I don't care where I go. Don't look at me like I'm crazy because I'm driving my car the way I'm supposed to on this good asphalt. If you have an issue, maybe take it to the sidewalk. Yeah. Take it to your driveway.
Take it to the house.
Niggas got porches. Y'all got all kinds of stuff. Like, why the middle of the street? And that's it.
Yeah. What is kind of pissing me off this week, and I just feel the need to get off my chest, I don't want to just kind of make this I've been ranting about wrestling for the past couple weeks, but I want to make this a jump off point instead of just a specific wrestling point because it's something I've kind of seen in the past couple days. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't happen to you, it's not happening. That shit's got to stop. Like, I really just feel like that should never really be an excuse. It is a poor excuse, and for anyone who just goddamn wants to make a point, you don't ever want to offer, well, it's not happening to me as your rebuttal. That's not going to stand. Like, understand and be aware enough of a big enough world that a person can have a completely different experience, and that doesn't negate yours in doing so. Like, you can have something and not have a problem with it. I can have something and have a problem with it, and both can be true. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, it is not enough to be like, I didn't have a goddamn issue with this, so you're just jumping on the bandwagon of people who said that they're blah, blah, blah. No. Especially when there's video proof, especially when there's, and even when there's not. If it didn't happen to you, then just let that be your story. But don't quantify that as it doesn't happen because it didn't happen to you.
Right.
You can put that in whatever arena you want to put it in, but that's just my rant for the week.
Yes. So true.
Yeah, it works for me. We're a little bit late on this, but I always said that I wanted to give a little space for the pussy eating pasta.
Okay.
Did you ever see that video?
Thankfully not, because I did not need to have my retinas burned. Yeah. But I've seen some stills and some memes, and I feel like pussy eating is kind of the gist that I needed to kind of get where everybody was going and connect dots and such. So no, I didn't need to see that personally, but sounds a mess. Yeah.
I think his name was Pastor Wilson. Should be Pastor.
Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, Pastor David Wilson, I guess his name is. We'll call him Pastor Pussy Eating Wilson. I definitely goddamn am on your side, sir. It is nothing wrong if you want to go through and lay your head on a young woman's thigh area to rest so that your neck is not strained, so that you can eat and do what you need to do to that pussy until it's drained. Ooh. I don't mind. That's yours. It seemed as though the video was put out without your permission. And so that leads me to believe that the young lady recording actually did it. I think that's trash.
Oh yeah, that's definitely trash.
For you to sit there and do that. And then I guess just to even, for people to be, those that are offended by the fact that he's a man of the cloth or, a man of God and X, Y, and Z. I don't understand how you think these baby Christians and shit get here if it's not by sex. I think that's something that I feel like we had established a long time ago, but apparently we haven't. And if you didn't know, everybody just don't like to get in and just, stick it in and do their business and bust. You feel me? There's some foreplaying, some kissing, some licking, some sucking, some whatever else that you feel like you want to do, or that your partner needs to get off and make things as nasty or as nice as you need them. So, you feel me? Kudos. I think that more people should be sex positive. We should see more. We should be able to see more sex positive people as it relates to spirituality, or as it relates to these other institutions that, I guess whose belief is not rooted in not having sex. Because I think that there's a lot of space for conversation between people who believe in a higher power and believe in walking righteously and just being a human and a person with a healthy sexual appetite and, sex drive, and where those two can meet. I'm not telling you to throw it around everywhere, but I'm not telling you not to throw it around everywhere. It is yours. Do what you want to with it. But I think there's a lot of conversation in the middle for people to do it. And I think that if we had those conversations kind of around the board, then there wouldn't be so many kind of instances of people having to get caught or X, Y, and Z, and it wouldn't be such, headlining news.
I think it's fake outrage.
Of course.
It's fake outrage. So many of these pastors, so many of these quote-unquote men of the cloth have been doing this stuff, especially in the black church, since the bitch got built. Like, none of that has stopped anything. None of these pastors have been, like, priests who have taken vows of celibacy. They ain't never said that they weren't going to pass up on a piece of puss. So, I'm trying to figure out, like, what are y'all really mad about? Are you mad because maybe he did it in such a way that you wish that you too were, like, getting your hands laid on? Or you were able to give as well as that man did? I just want to know, because nobody who takes these positions that I've ever seen said, and I will not be fornicating or doing any of this other stuff, because y'all can thump this Bible all you want to, but everybody makes up their own interpretations and effectively will do whatever it is that is on their own spirit to do. So what are y'all truly mad about? Like, was he married? Then that would be an issue if that was not his wife and no agreements were made towards them.
Exactly.
Was this girl underage? Then that would be an issue. But just a man going down and having a good meal and getting and wetting his whistle is not enough for me to sound the alarm. I'm not in the church house, so I really don't care. It don't seem too big of a deal to me, because I belong to no one's congregation except Amanda Panda, Church of Beehive. So I don't is coming from, because y'all don't have no problem doing y'all whole shit throughout the week and then come up trying to get re-sanctified by the same pastor that was getting his whole shit on too. So why can't y'all just praise and give glory to whole shit together?
That's all I'm saying. Like, I just make it fair, make it right. You feel me? And if he ain't doing nothing, just let the man be. The Bible says, you feel me, eat the body, eat this in remembrance of me. And that's all he was doing, eating in remembrance of his good and Lord Savior Jesus Christ. So, that being said,
and that's that.
You feel me? Let that man do what men do, and that's eat to stay nourished. Speaking of staying nourished, Kanye has decided to, I guess, nourish the masses with a new CD entitled Jesus is King. And for me, I wanted to give it a listen. I was curious just to kind of see what all this hoopla was about. I have my thoughts on Kanye West, and if you listen to this podcast long enough, I'm sure you will, kind of be privy to those. But Kanye does what Kanye does best, which is kind of drum up a lot of curiosity and controversy when it comes time to kind of release an album. Doing so by all these delays and X, Y, and Z and so forth, and just kind of really building up this persona that a lot of people have kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of that people have put on him as far as being like a genius and so, and being a perfectionist and someone who is sometimes down to the last minute making changes and so on and so forth. So it was not a surprise for me that Jesus is King came in at number 1 on the Billboard charts. As I expected it to do so. It's Kanye. He has a certain fan base, And as I said, there's just a lot of curiosity surrounding the project based on things that he's done and said as of late. Mm-hmm. One thing I did find kind of interesting, and I want to kind of watch this for like the next week or so, is that Kanye's last effort, Ye, which was put out I think like a year or two ago, actually I think it's probably around just like gold certification now, if that, and it being a very interesting thing because the album debuted with actually just a little less in this opening week than this particular album did. Okay. I think it was real like 200 and something thousand, which is really, really good in this day and age. Especially. I really think in any day and age, but specifically in this day and age where, you know, people aren't really listening to music and the little Kims of the world are coming in under 1,000 copies sold. So with that being said, it was interesting to read that with the Ye album, that more than about half or a little more than half of his total record sales came from his first week, and it being just kind of the hype and the curiosity behind what he's going to do. And then it seems as though it pretty much just kind of fell off and it wasn't long lasting, and it, you know, did not boost his project, that particular project, to where the others had gone. So I'm interested in seeing if this particular project is going to do the same. This feels like this album feels real themed. I don't know really how else to kind of say it. I know that all the albums kind of have maybe a theme or an era or something that you kind of use to kind of put it by, but this one feels more gimmicky. I know that he is in a walk, or that he says that he's in a walk, and I think that's cool. I always think that it's cool when people find any kind of a deeper meaning or a path that they agree with and want to walk. I don't really care too much for a lot of the assumptions or what I feel like are just kind of the basic by the book excuses of, well, this is why I did this, and because I watched porn at 5, everything about my life was different,
that was
or X,
so
Y, and Z.
confusing. Like, sir, your dad left out a magazine when
Playboy
you were
magazine,
5, and that made you jump on stage and interrupt Taylor Swift?
Yes, yeah, like explain that to me.
Explain that.
Because then at that point, don't explain it. I don't want to. I mean,
we don't need to.
But it's, you know, I don't really care for all that type shit. Slavery was a choice. The MAGA supporting type deal. I don't find that to just really be.
Let's not all stand in the same spot this time when the slave nets come out.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not. It's like, that's not what is happening. And it seems like you're so confused on history and how things work. And whatnot, and that's disappointing, and that's also just my opinion. But with that being said, I don't think that this album is going to, you know, really stand up to any of his bigger ones today, and I would not be surprised if it didn't kind of just fall out of the charts and not really have sustaining, you know, power. So,
and I won't be listening. Kanye has been out of my lexicon for a very long time now. I don't think he's a genius. I don't think that he's so gifted. He just never spoke to me in that way. I liked his old stuff, kind of when he was the Louis Vuitton Don. But even then, I can't think of a single Kanye thing that I have given my money towards or too much of my attention. So, you know, Godspeed, since that seems to be where you're going. And I hope that this just means that you will stop bringing unnecessary stress to your life.
Yeah.
Let Jesus be king and savior of your house, and who you give all honor and praise to, and allow him to come in and take all of whatever has been going on with you these last few years out of your life, so that way you can get back to being the person that your fans want you to see. I don't want anyone to suffer from any sort of mental health. I don't want anyone to have undue stress and things in your life that kind of make you erratic or go through some stuff, because it's not fun to see somebody truly needing help and doing it in such a public way. Like, it's never been fun to me to watch a lot of these celebrities have these meltdowns and a lot of the mental health issues that they dealt with because of being such a big name. So I hope that whatever this album meant for you is something that you can keep going, but don't use that to beat down on your wife about her choices. Don't use this as a reason to make all of these fake friendships now happen because you feel like you've seen the light. Like, I hope this is bringing you closer to your truth, to live in the way that you want to live, and that is able to go outward and you be and stand up as the person that you truly are, and not just as another Yeezy, yay, Jesus walks with me gimmick. We don't need all that. Just let this be for you, sir.
Yeah, please, and thank you. So that brings me to our, I guess, kind of bigger discussion for the day is, can you support someone whose ideas you don't fully agree with? And if so, where do you draw the line? I think Kanye was a good kind of topic for that, because I don't fully support the ideas and the beliefs that he has regarding the state of our country, regarding black people, regarding our history as black people and the options that we did or did not have. Nor do I really care too much for the idea that there is this culture now that is so damning that he also contributed to, his family contributed to. And by his family, I do mean the Kardashians. And, you know, they are all very big influencers. So there are things that you don't like about the culture as it stands, but you help, you know, to do that. So for me, I don't agree with those things, but I don't find that to be a strong enough point to then decide to boycott your music or anything. Again, these are just this is where I draw the line at. You feel free to do with your time and your money what you want to, but that for me isn't a problem when we just kind of fundamentally have different beliefs, and, you know, just kind of are two people standing on the opposite ends of a debate. Because also at this point, you also have a fan base and you're also uber rich. So, you know, I understand that for a realistic goal is that if I were to boycott, it would just be, I feel like, for my satisfaction. Mm-hmm. I know that you are so rich that my one withdrawal from your businesses or whatnot is not going to stop you.
Right.
But you feel me? I think that, you know, in something like that where, you know, you just are maybe a Republican and, you know, and let's just say that I'm a Democrat or whatever, I don't find those to necessarily be reasons to not support you. For me, it's more of the, you know, I guess deal breaker kind of things. I cannot in good conscience support someone who's homophobic. I can't support someone who is racist and blatantly racist. In those ways. And I understand that we live in a society where racism is systemic, so even if nobody's called you a nigger today, there aren't too many avenues that you can take where our money is going to stay within our community as long as it does within other communities.
Right.
Because this was not built for us, even though we built it.
Say that.
So, you know, I understand in those kind of ways that you can't really always get around it, or it becomes very, very hard to, you know, have to do that, to get around it 100% of the time. And kudos to anyone who was doing it. But it just, as far as in, you know, in the most direct way, person to person or so on and so forth, big brands and company umbrellas and things like that excluded, I can't in good conscience do it.
I feel you. I think for me, I draw the line for myself personally. I don't think that I exclude the people that I exclude because I'm speaking specifically for women or specifically for this group or that group. I get to use my coin as my way to vote. If I don't feel like voting for you, I just withdraw my coin. Like I said, I have been... You know, I've enjoyed Kanye's early work, but I can't say that I've ever contributed any coin to him. You know, everybody is part of a business that gets a part of this and that, so who knows. But I personally think that you should go with how you feel. There are people out here still repping for R. Kelly. I could not in good conscience and good faith give that man any more spins or any of my time or attention knowing what he did to a child. and then the other things that came out that he did to other people. But it's specifically this child in particular and other children. Now, the adults in the situation, that kind of becomes like, you know, adults doing fucked up shit to other adults. But to children specifically, that's a hell no for me. So, but people still get to do what they want to do. I'm not going to fight you about you still being an R. Kelly supporter. I might say, that's gross, and then go about my day going to the Starbucks and getting my frappe and sitting down somewhere and having a smile. But I'm not going to fight you. Everybody gets to do whatever they want to do. They get to support whoever they want to support. Now, like you said, if somebody is blatantly racist or, you know, blatantly sexist or out here doing stuff to people that's just gross, then that is still on me to determine if I want to support or not. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to do something that I don't feel is right for me. Because, like, okay, so the whole Jay-Z NFL thing. Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of messed up, but I canceled Jay-Z just for what he did to Beyonce. Mm-hmm. You don't get to hurt the queen for me and still get any of my attention. But as far as the NFL thing, like, I'm not surprised. He's a rich nigga trying to stay rich. Like, people still move in the ways that they've been moving. So he's not necessarily canceled to me. That gives me a little bit of a side eye where he is concerned. Like, oh, well, okay. And then I'm going to go back to my regular peasant ass life. I get why people, just the way the world is set up and with social media, everybody gets to be outraged and gets to say why they're outraged and what they're outraged about. But at the end of the day, you get to vote with your coin, your stream, your view, your clicks. You get to do them. Don't come over here and tell me that I should still support X, Y, and Z, and I won't tell you why you shouldn't do such, X, Y, and Z, unless where it's R. Kelly is concerned. Yeah. But other than that, like, it's hard to completely cancel people because some people can stand up so much in what you believe in as far as like the beliefs that y'all share, and y'all can completely diverge on other things. So can you really stand somebody 100%? I don't think you can stand anybody 100% because there's going to always be something that you don't agree with. There's always going to be some road that's crossed that you're like, not quite for me, but you get to decide that for yourself. So, you know, 2020, vote how you want to. Trump is probably going to get back in office, just seem like.
That's what I'm thinking.
So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to continue to live, continue to know that your opinion and stuff does matter, but it matters solely for you. Yep. Don't vote or don't, you know, give your money or do anything just so you can be a part of a specific group or a specific voice. Do it because you feel that that is the best interest for you.
So we've got one life to live.
You only got one life to live, one coin to spin, YOLO and DOLO, all that.
And that's what they said. So I want to take a moment, just on a more serious note, to bring awareness to the fact that today, October 28th, 2019, is now being considered National Day of Outrage. There's a hashtag that's going around too, actually. Hashtag Protect Our Sisters, hashtag Day of Outrage. And basically it's being something that's being publicized and I guess kind of presented into our communities, and so as a demand for justice for our Tatiana Jefferson and the countless black women killed at the hands of police violence, including Sandra Bland, Corinne Gaines, and the list of course goes on and on. So there are a lot of different cities that are taking steps to be able to, I guess, kind of outrage and honor our sisters, the lives that were lost, and to stand up for them in ways that they are no longer able to, as it relates to the lives that were taken, and protection for the people of our community, and specifically black women.
Amen.
So I think that's a wonderful thing. If you don't know anything about it, I think that you should kind of look it up and get some more information and see if there's anything that you can do in your local community to participate.
And it's almost sad that it even has to be done because black women are black people, and when you know, black men are killed, the outrage is already there. So, you know, it's great that we're, you know, now getting to that point to where black women are seeming to be deserving of the same rage, but it's sad at the same time that that was not an automatic given. Yeah. When those names were up there right beside the Philando Castiles and the Alton Sterlings and all the other black men who have died. So, you know, I can applaud the steps that are being taken now because, things have to happen as they happen. But it would have been nice for those lives to have been considered something to outrage when they were first going down.
Yeah, we need to really get an understanding that we are, and for lack of better words, just think about it, one band, one sound. Black man, black woman, black trans man, black trans woman, our LGBT community that's black. We are all black people. When you take away all those things, we are all black people. So all the black lives have to matter.
Yes.
But I'm especially happy and proud. I guess it's still a little bit bittersweet that it took so long, but I'm very, very proud that something is now being done and we can actually kind of see, a step or two being taken in the right direction. So any movement forward is always applauded. Great thing, and let's just hope to continue this up and make it bigger and better and hope to effectively make some change.
Amen.
Our musical spotlight of the day,
yes,
is none other than my girl, the Ivory Queen of Soul, motherfucking Teena Marie.
Yes. Woo! My auntie.
Love motherfucking Teena Marie. Introduced to most by the hands of Rick James, Teena Marie, in her distinctive soprano voice, has been a musical staple, you feel me, at least in the R&B community, if you know anything about good music, since late 70s, and moving forward, from having been signed to Motown Records, Congo Records, and of course Cash Money motherfucking
my
records.
auntie was on Cash Money Records for the 99 and the 2000.
You feel me? Of all of the things,
Woo!
Teena Marie has definitely earned her spot in R&B history.
And
R&B
how
and
I
soul
did not
music.
know this lady was white. I swear I just thought, because we come in all the hues and the shades.
Yeah.
So I just knew that my auntie
was just light skinned.
Was just a ebony, she was an Ivory Ebony. That's what I thought. But, turns out, but I still claim her.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's my motherfucking auntie.
That's still my auntie as well.
And she was saying you up into these rafters.
Yeah,
okay?
but that's easily. That's what she starts the songs at, in the rafters. Child, I want to tell you, this lady not only has a very distinctive voice, and just I guess kind of style of singing, but she was, in my mind, as talented as I'll say it. I think she was just about as talented as some of the other, I guess, real musicians, when we consider all of the components. And I'm saying musician as opposed to singer or whatnot. Pretty much in every album that she's had since the 1980s, she has played guitar, rhythm guitar, keyboards and congas, wrote, produced, sang, and arranged all of her songs.
There you go.
She's a 3-time Grammy Award nominee. And just, for me, one of the coldest white bitches to ever do it.
Okay. Say that.
That is it.
Give my auntie her flowers.
That's it. I love the lady. I hate that she went through and she passed.
Yeah, that told me.
It was, but
I'm still a little hurt. I'm still a little touched by that. Cause Portuguese say love.
Yeah, ooh la la la. I'm talking
Square
about
Biz.
Just sucker for your love.
Out on the limb.
Oh, she's just got the hits for you all day.
Sucker for your love with Rick James, cause her and Rick James together.
Oh yes.
Peanut butter jelly. Okay.
Sucker. I'm just a
Lady T.
Yes. And she said, "What's the T?"
Okay.
That's what you need to know. Your mama, she's been out here with the lingo, with the slang and everything for a minute.
Putting you girls up.
Yeah, for the longest. So that's our motherfucking musical spotlight of the day.
Yes.
And this has been the Opinionated Podcast.
Peace.
Have a good one.